What's going on, y'all? It's your boy 1080G. This is the Unfocused and Focused Podcast. We are back once again. Got the boy Tasho in the building.
What up, what up, what up?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Excellent. Say, how about yourself, man?
I'm feeling good, It's another money-making Monday. How's your Monday been going?
It's been well, man. Just productive, working all day, and now we here.
Okay. So it's good to be productive. I was thinking about the other day, just the mere act of being productive, it gets rid of a lot of stress and anxiety and depression, and I don't know, it's very important to be productive, because when you don't make your moves that you know you need to make, I feel like that's
it's depressing. That's depressing within itself. It's like knowing what you're supposed to do and not actually doing it. You feel a way. Like anytime that I miss a workout, I feel a way because it's like you know what you're supposed to be doing, and yet you didn't do it. So yeah, being productive definitely helps out in that regard, man.
Word. Yeah, man, I'm feeling good. Got the week started off right. Got some. Actually, got a lot of stuff done over the weekend. Did a lot of cleaning. Did some spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning?
Yeah, you know, I'm very versatile, man. I'm versatile. Like I could do a lot of things that you may not know. It's not just cameras and merch.
Nah, see, because I'm just thinking back. You know, when I first moved to the A and we were roommates. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay, my cleaning skills may not have been that sharp at the time.
Definitely wasn't, because I was the one holding us down at that time. So to hear you say that, I'm surprised, but I'm happy at the same time. It's evolution, man. It's evolution.
Yeah. See, with me, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I get so locked in with my ideas and creativity and just getting stuff done, being productive, at least in my eyes, I kind of get lost in the laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like you come in from filming for hours and you got to move on to the next thing. I'm taking clothes off, I'm tossing them. I'm switching outfits to go to another event. By the time the week is over, I'm like, damn, I did a lot this. But I ain't gonna lie. Some people, they say like when it's cluttered, like I think a lot more clear when it's not cluttered. But I don't let it bother me because I know why it got like that. Like I was making moves this week. I'm tired. But I'm going to get to it, when I get to it.
That's normally the only thing I really accumulate is just clothes. Like, I've never, been junky. Like, I know some people that are junky to a point where you can't even step in a spot. There's just stuff all over the place. Like, I've never been like that because that's like an eyesore for me personally. Like, and also just coming up, my grandmother, she didn't play that when it came to cleaning up anyway. So I can't even picture just having a bunch of just miscellaneous stuff all over the place because she didn't rock like that. But my room, as far as like clothes, I may have clothes tossed all over, but as far as the rest of the everywhere else, not at all. Gotta keep it up to par.
That's my only thing, the clothes.
The
kitchen, I ain't trying to have no roaches. I ain't never had roaches in my life, and I'm trying to keep it that way.
Yeah, you don't want those. You definitely don't want those, bro.
Yeah. So, being productive, man. It was a productive start to the week, even going back to yesterday, Sunday, but we gotta shout her out. We sometimes we get into these conversations
and forget about her, and she'll start turning up on us like, I'm here.
We gotta
excuse me, I'm here.
We gotta shout out Bars. She got us rocking and rolling with the cameras. What up, Bars? Bars double and triple checking to make sure everything is on point. We appreciate you.
Money Making Monday is going real well for me, and I'm feeling real good. Been very productive over the last.
I like the style. You're always killing them with the style.
Thank you. I appreciate
that shirt with the kicks, and then it's like I don't even know where you got them Converses from. I like Converses, so every night. And the plain, I usually try to get the fancy ones, but I ain't never seen those Converses. You got the exclusive.
Where you be getting your joints from?
These were a gift.
Okay. Bar shows love and she gets it back.
rhubarb. They're called the rhubarb Converse. And I mentioned them one day, and they showed up at my door. And
Flyness.
Damn.
Joints, I like those.
You mentioned them one day and they showed up at your door.
Manifestation. Sound like manifestation to
Man,
me.
somebody put a pair of Balenciagas at my door. Whoever it was that did that, hopefully they listened to the podcast.
Wait, what you want, the shoes? Because them shoes look kind of crazy.
Not the boat, man. They got
I'm
different.
saying this man want you want the astronaut joints, man. Like
they got. I was joking. I don't want no Balenciagas. I
just
probably
saying.
more so. I want some just like some clean dress shoes, so you can hit up the
Taft.com, ladies. TAFT for the guys.
Okay, yeah.
The clean dress shoe. I know you ain't on that yet, but I'll put you on Taft.
Taft.com.
TAFT.
Okay.
Ladies.
Cause I just got some shoes and they cool, but yeah, it's like they kind of short guys. They short us a little bit when it comes to these department stores. Like you go in the store and you got 1/4 of the store for guys. We fighting over like I wear 12, man. It's only 112 left. But then you got the whole joint
for the ladies, right?
For the ladies,
yeah.
It looked like a whole different store. It's like it's crazy. So when it comes to shoes, y'all shoe section to be the size of this room, and we'll get the closet. But I be looking at the women's shoes. Like I ain't gonna wear no women's shoes, obviously, but it be just so many assorted colors, and it be sparkling over there. It be like blank. Like it's just I got a lot to choose from. I go to Aldo sometime. They got a decent selection. I feel like Aldo is probably one of the few places that actually puts thought into the shoes for guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm gonna check out your website. I'm gonna check out Taft.
Man, look, ladies, real nice gift, birthday, Christmas. They got some for all seasons. Taft.com. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check them out. Try to get my get my foot game right. For the summertime. They're already outside in Atlanta, so I'm trying to step out strong.
My productive week has been building my own website.
Okay.
Getting all my entrepreneurial things together for like.
You got the butter up there, cause that butter.
I got the butter, and I'm putting the store.
Yeah.
And I got.
Cause that would be dope. That.
And new packaging and stickers and.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're making progress today. That's what's up.
Bars got the week off on a good foot. Yeah. That's what's up. So that body butter, I've used it several times. I just got a new batch and it's amazing. I need to just go on the website and just be able to click it.
Oh, hold on, pause. Why do I not have any body butter? Why do I not have any body butter though?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you talking about being moisturized. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I lived a good portion of my life just being like a young, like just guy, like I ain't ashy. I try to make it sound a little better.
Like, get to the point, man.
Yeah, I would be ashy, and I wouldn't even trip. So it'd be like, yo, your knuckles ashy. Like, man, bro, like I'm about to go play ball. Like I'm gonna be outside. Like who cares about being ashy? But
now you GQG.
But why do I not know about this body butter, and why do I not have any body butter? I'm confused. I am genuinely confused, man.
First of all, you don't have to shake your hand.
I'm just saying, like I'm just trying to
real
figure
aggressive
it out.
about the body butter.
Figure it out. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have any body butter, yo.
He about to start clapping next year, like, yo, why do
I not have any body butter, ma'am?
I got you, Pat.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you, ma'am. That's all I needed.
I got you.
Well, that's dope. The entrepreneur vibes are strong on a Monday. Bars got the website up, so it is. Can we? Oh, it's not up.
Yes, because I was gonna bother 1080G for a website, like just totally bother him for all week, but I'm learning patience and just productivity, and I'm just trying some things out.
I'm gonna put it out there because you got the dope laptop. We pretty much got the same specs on a laptop. you got some graphics and some filming and camera skills. For me, I mean, for somebody else, they may recommend a different route, but you go on GoDaddy, and they got this very user-friendly option to put up a website. Like, all you need is, I mean, they really have stock photos for everything.
I
but
got my pictures, music, you know.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you
connected and stuff like that. I'm figuring it out. It's,
okay.
you know, I'm figuring it out. It's just when it's your first one.
Nah, I already know. It's like, for me, I remember my first website. Like, I was very hands-on. Like, it was before they had these user-friendly templates and stuff. Like, you really had to learn the HTML, and that came from like the
MySpace,
MySpace,
Mm-hmm.
Black Planet days, and you know, so I had a little bit of knowledge. And
You building your own page pretty much back then.
Yeah.
That
So
stuff is the kids. They can do that. I can't do that. But Keith and Kenneth,
yeah,
they can do that.
yeah, you got some smart boys for real.
Yeah, they ain't all of the C plus, A minus, I don't know, grades that don't mean anything that help you build stuff on the computer. Yeah.
So I'm glad the entrepreneur vibes are strong today, because it's perfect for our guest that we about to introduce. And Bars, I like the way you introduce Boom when he came through. You know, you set him up right. So if you don't mind, Bars, and we got to get people more used to seeing you on the camera. So yeah, let me slide over.
Get some elbow room. Excuse me.
So
Okay.
we got Bars in here.
What's up, y'all? I'm Destiny Bars on the Unfocused and Focused Podcast, and today our guest is going to be Tiffany Young of the Pink Hotel, and I am so super excited about this interview. So my first introduction with Miss Tiffany was when I was shooting my Can You video. And I used the Pink Hotel for my backdrop. And it was kind of like a Tabby in Wonderland kind of thing. Where I ate a cupcake and then I was in this mystical area with all my friends.
Okay.
And it was just dope, you guys. And I purposefully didn't use every room in the space so that I could come back to reuse the space. And I already used a lot of rooms in the space. I don't understand. So I'm super excited for her to share our journey, and I'm very excited to have you today, Miss Tiffany. Hi, welcome.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's an honor to be here amongst three very well-rounded individuals to even launch, the Thank God I'm Focused. It takes focus. It takes determination. We're all entrepreneurs in this room. We own our voice. We own our message. And you starting off with your website, building it starts there. It starts with a click. If we were supposed to have it already, we would have had it already.
True.
So it's about stepping out there and just doing it. So I totally commend you for doing that. It may seem small, but this one little step is going to take you to your millions.
No, that website is huge.
Yes,
that website is
big.
huge. Like, that's the hub where you get your sales and you really start communicating with people on a large scale. You could communicate with people, through a website. You could communicate with people all over the world.
Right.
So that's huge, man. Shout out to Bars for making moves. But yeah, so we got Miss Tiffany in the building, and Thank God I'm Focused. You spoke on that. Do you have any testimony that relates to Thank God I'm Focused? I feel like you do, just because you're doing it big with the Pink Hotel. For you to reach the level of success of where you're at right now, I feel like most times, maybe some people, they get stuff handed to them,
Sure.
but most times when you get to that level, you got like that story, like that origin story, that really put that battery in your back.
Yes. The story is what makes the business. You know, anybody can start a business. You can take a $7,000 income tax check and go open up something. But that story keeps you in business. The being focused keeps you in business, on your purpose. Because there's so many things to get you off focus. Women get you off focus. Men get you off focus. You know, food, drugs, sex gets you off focus. But when you're focused on what God called you to do, that's all. It's like a rabbit. Like, you ever been to the racetrack? My granddad used to take me to the racetrack where the greyhounds used to run. And there used to be this little toy rabbit running in front of them. Now, they're never going to catch this rabbit, but their eyes are set on this rabbit. It keeps them running. But the moment you don't put a rabbit in front of your eyes, you start to look at who running next to you.
Yep.
Oh, they faster. Oh, they little gears is better than mine. You got to keep your eyes on your focus, on your purpose. That's what it's about. And he'll guide you everywhere you need to go.
Nah, that's a fact. That is definitely a fact. From the day that I locked in and just dived into my purpose, it's just been just on and popping. Just, I can't even thank God enough about, you know, the blessings that I've received just from diving into my purpose. So I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%.
I think as far as just, I looked at your Instagram and just the vibe that you provide. I get a mixture of, I feel, Party City Celebration Station mixed with a pizzazz of Southern hospitality, along with the elegancy of the color pink. And the reason why I say that is because that was my grandmother's favorite color. So what was the mastermind concept behind you starting such a elaborate business?
Well, you know, it doesn't start off elaborate, but I wanted to, how you see it is what I want you to see. That means when God gives you a purpose, he covers you with that purpose. You know, you may have, you have nice, expensive things here. But let's say this mic only costs $25. He gonna make it look like it's $1,000 because when you're walking with him, he walks with you. So he's gonna make you look good. And the Pink Hotel didn't always look good. It started off small and not in a different shade of pink. So it wasn't as empowering. But as you go through your journey, it gets better. You just don't quit. My first shop was not nice. Sarah Chapman, she has a child with Puffy or P. Diddy or Love, whatever, you know. And when she came into my business, the first thing she said was, oh, you know, I like you, but the place is not, you know, it's not really, it needed some work. I had just started. She says, do you mind moving? I said, did somebody just come in here and ask me to move my whole purpose? I said, I couldn't even afford to move. She said, how much does it cost? See, when you know the cost, the word says no man starts anything without counting his costs. I said, well, this is how much it would cost me. She wrote the check. I moved in 3 weeks for her baby party. Right down the street. And then it looks like what you see today. See, you don't have to have what you think you need to have to leap. It'll come. Leap and then the net appears. But you want to know the end in the beginning. If he showed you the end first, would you even start?
Right.
Would you have dated that woman if he showed you what she was going to do when you first met her? No, you would have never learned that lesson. Would you have started this podcast when you saw the obstacles you would have in doing it? From buying equipment, to finding reliable people to help you, to getting a nice place to put it, to finding people. Would you have started it? No, you would have probably kept your plan A, which was your 9 to 5. You leap first. So when it looks that way, I love that you said that it looks good because I work hard for it to look good, and that's all he asked me to do. He didn't say make money. He didn't say come out the bat swinging with everything you need. He said trust and do good. So I trust him with my purpose, and I treat people right. I let people know who I am. So when you come in here, you know what to expect, what you're going to get.
Right.
You can choose. See, when you can't choose, that's when it's a problem. When you meet somebody and they lie to you, they don't give you an option to choose if you want to be with them or not. They got to lie first.
Right.
But when you give somebody a choice, and God gives us a choice every day, do you want to walk with me or you don't? You mentioned your grandmother. My granny used to say either you're pregnant or you're not. What you going to be? You going to walk with him or you going to do your own thing? You know, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be soft.
Oh, nah, you good. You gotta
you over here preaching.
I need Barbs, I need you closer to kick me because I live and eat and sleep this thing. You can
tell. Like I like the attention to detail that you put into everything that you have going on. Like, I was always taught like pay attention to detail, and you can tell whenever somebody is really intricate about what they're doing. You can see it within the small detail.
Yes.
I think that's amazing within itself, because a lot of times I feel like when you have a big business, people don't pay attention to the small things.
Sure.
But you can tell that you pay attention to the small things and every detail in regards to how the parties are set up and all the details as far as the decorations and the whole nine. And I think that's amazing within itself.
Thank you. It's about the details. Because when you love something and you're passionate about it, you care about the small things. When you love a person, you care about their birthday. You care about if their grandmother died, make sure on that day every year you send them something. When you care about those small things.
Right.
It's what matters. It's what covers you for the big things. Because people mess up big, but when they did that small thing, it filled your heart enough to forgive. So I like the small things. Girls need chandeliers and sconces, and they need pink balloons, and they need these things to feel how I want them to feel, how God told me they're supposed to feel when they come in here. I'm working for him. See, I don't work for a customer. A customer can come and go. A woman can come and go. A man, you can do your best for somebody and they can come and go. I work for God. He sends the customers. So yes, customers are always right, even when they're wrong. Because if they're wrong, they're here to teach me something today. And when they're right, they're here to make me smile for doing it the right way,
That's what's up. So as far as customers are concerned, I see you got a lot of celebrity clients. How did you make that happen? Like, I mean, because I don't think everybody's doing that on a regular day basis where it's just celebrity after celebrity after celebrity just coming through to the Pink Hotel. How did you make that happen?
I wish I could say I went to high school with them or they go to my church, but they don't. They're people's people called and reserved with me. I don't know them personally. I wish I did. Mm-hmm. But I do know them personally. They pray to the same God I pray to. Mm. Even if they don't believe, he still believes. Mm-hmm. We got the same daddy. So what my daddy say? Go see about your sister business. Come on now. That's what he said to me when he sent Lil Baby. When Lil Baby came in, go see about your sister business. And he came to see me. Shaquille O'Neal, go see about your sister business. I don't have to know them. My daddy know them. So I don't have to worry about who comes through the door. I don't even know that they're even coming. When Lil Baby came, he came on a Wednesday. I do free parties on Wednesday because I want everybody to experience my purpose. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be a celebrity. On Wednesday, if it's your birthday, you can come and have a party. He came on a Wednesday. The party, I didn't even charge them anything. When he walked in there, I said, oh my God, Lil Baby is in my place. And I thought about, I should have had a cleaning service. I went into that mode, but he blessed me at the end anyway. See, when you work, I don't worry about no money. Why would I worry about money? Money can't add a day to my life. So my daddy know these people. They regular just like us. They want their baby to have a good time just like us.
Right.
And the thing about it, they're just famous. They're in front of a camera. Mm-hmm. I thank God that I'm not famous, because imagine your whole life being put in the forefront. See, we judge people based on, let's say regular people. We look at their sin and we judge it because it's on their face. They may be on their body. But what about what you do at home?
Right.
It's
behind
we
closed
don't
doors.
even want to go, but
Yeah.
So when it comes to the celebrities, they find me. He just told me to start the business, not fund it, not get the right customer, just start it. And that's what I did. I'm obedient. It's easy for me, because when you've been burned, when you have nowhere else to go, you do the right thing. And I'm glad that I grasped that lesson early. I'm sure your grandmother probably told you, son, do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Don't do nothing that God got to get you out of. Because when he got to get you out of, he take his time. He'll let you sit in a jail cell for 3 years and think about it. He'll let that addiction stay on you for 4 years and think about it. He'll make you lose your whole family to teach you how to say, I'm sorry. I don't want nothing that God got to get me out of. I want to be obedient first.
Absolutely.
Sorry, but so that's the answer to this letter. Barbs, come kick me. You need to sit right here.
Hey, Bars, you mind passing me the water right there, please? I don't know how I got back over there.
George, this is not no restaurant. I know what I do for a living, all right?
I appreciate you, Bars.
This is Essential Barbs.
I appreciate you, Bars. So, I know this is random, but Lil Baby, he actually seems like, we talk about like people, celebrities, Lil Baby, he seems like he would be down to earth in person. I don't know, I get that vibe from him. When
I met him, he was just walking beside me. And you know what he said? He said only one sentence to me. He said, show me the place. He just wanted me to walk him through my building. And that one sentence, you know what that said to me? It said, God looking out for me. Because there was a time when my place didn't look good. Nobody wanted to see my place. But now you have a man that has a vision that says, show me your place. And he walked through with me the entire 10,000 square feet. And he went in every room, this is nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. It meant a lot to me because it took me 12 years for somebody to say that. It took me closing my business four times for someone to say that, to ask for me. And I said, God, thank you for putting me where I'm supposed to be. I didn't have to pay for him. I didn't have to ask for him. I didn't have to beg for him. I didn't have to do no hoops. I just had to trust God and do good.
That's dope.
And I eat on that one sentence when I have a slow day at work. But little baby said, show me the place. Oh, when the pipe bursts, after the plumber come and take my extra money I had, but little baby said, show me the place.
Yeah.
You better eat on these things. You better eat on these things because you're going to need them or you're going to stress yourself out. Sorry. But yes, little baby was very nice. He said one sentence to me and I'll keep it for the rest of my life. I don't need more.
Yeah, you know, little baby, he done been in some lavish situation. So for him to go in there and, you know, be impressed by it, that's pretty dope.
Yes.
That's pretty dope. So you mentioned the lady, she wrote the check for you and you moved and you know, you moved into a bigger space and that's where you're at currently, right? So
I'm at an even better place.
Oh, you moved.
She was just the start.
Oh, okay.
When Diddy came in to do that party with me, that was just the start. And what a great start. I was living in my business when they came to see my place, when she came to see my place. I was living in a mop closet because it's the only place that had a vent and an outlet with a light. And it was cold, so I wanted something more confined. So when she wrote that, I went and got me an apartment. I didn't even have a car. My car was repossessed. Other businesses were parked in front of my place to make me look busy because you would think I was closed. That check did a lot for me. They don't even know what they did for me. That's why I send an email every year when it's the daughter's birthday. Whatever you need. Brother Love, Diddy, Puffy, whatever you need. I may not have the money, but I got the favor. He can come to me right now and say whatever he wanted and he's got it. The old saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed. I was in need, and he didn't even know what I needed. But my daddy know. You don't want me to talk on this podcast. It's going to always loop back around. My daddy know. And what does a good daddy do when his daughter's in need? Come on. We all may not have good daddies. But imagine the good daddy that you do know. What did he do when his son was in trouble? He came and wrote a check. He came and showed himself. And God is a good daddy. You know what? Y'all
That's
don't
a
want
fact.
me on here today.
Oh, nah, we want you up here.
Today's Sunday.
Nah, we want you to go in. Like, we want. That's what we want to hear. That's exactly what we want to hear because we already know. Like for your business to be as grandiose as it is at this particular moment. Like I know that it was a come up. I know that it was hard. It was some hard times. I know that it wasn't all peaches and cream, but you persevered, and that's what it's all about. You remained consistent no matter what, and we can tell through how the business is thriving now.
Thank you. You got to keep going. Forward is the only way. You stop and you're going to get depressed. You got to keep going.
So the Pink Hotel, where did that idea even come from? Like you got pink on now and you look very nice, by the way. She's repping the brand for real. She's got the pink on looking good. And the brand itself, the Pink Hotel, like where did that come from? Like the name, the just everything about it.
You want the media version or you want the truth?
Because
I can give you the media, which is, I really love kids. And I love the color pink, so I thought about what every girl wanted for her birthday. She wants a spa. She wants to bake cupcakes, spend the night. She wants to get her nails done. She wants to dress in costumes. And that's how I came up with it.
Let's hear the raw deal.
That sounds like that was definitely made for TV, but this is more of like people want to hear the story. We have people that listen that can really benefit from, it's not just somebody watching the news and you just happen to be on the segment. Like, people are looking for the information here. They want the inspiration. They want the motivation. So the more transparent you can be,
Sure.
the better we have a chance at motivating the next, the blue hotel, the purple hotel,
Yes. Well, I mean, to be honest, I was married, and I found out some situations that were happening in my marriage that caused a split. So when I challenged my husband about the things that I had found out about, the infidelities, things like that, it became a problem. And I was relocated from my home with my child. If you know what I'm saying. I was forced out of my location. So my son and I went to a hotel, the cheapest one, Gwinnett Inn, that I could find. I had $26 in my pocket and a concussion. Needing my mama out of town, my sister out of town, nowhere to go. And you don't want to tell your friends because you don't want to talk about your husband. And you also think you're going to get back together, so you don't want to tell nobody. So I went to a hotel with my son, and I was just there waiting for a knock at the door, waiting for him to come get us, to say, I'm sorry. I know I was unfaithful, and I know I put y'all out, but I'm sorry, I'm back here to get my family. So when that knock didn't come, there was a notepad on the end table in the hotel. And I started sketching what my business would look like. Okay, I gotta have a room because I can't be in this situation no more. So I gotta be able to stay here. My son gotta be able to have a room, my staff. Okay, let me see, what else? I'm gonna put all my ideas into it, and it had the hotel name at the top of the notepad. And my pen was pink. Come. He'll put you in a dirty hotel to give you what you need. He'll put you in a bad spot to tell you what you need to do.
Yeah,
and when that knock didn't come, I went down and I filed for divorce the next day. See, sometimes when somebody don't want you, they don't want you. God wants you. And he put me there. And it's a blessing to be there. I share that testimony. It's not shade, it's ministry. Because it was a blessing to be there. And I sketched it out. I went and I filed for divorce, and then I walked right over to down the hall for a business license. Because I immediately knew what I wanted to do. So we may want to stick with the media version of, I really just love kids. Because that's the dirty. You don't, this hotel didn't have no fitted sheet on the bed. When I woke up in the morning, my son had a cigarette butt in his mouth because he had crawled on the floor and found it.
Damn, that's crazy.
But guess what it did? It got me where I'm supposed to be. See, you can't be afraid to go through your journey. When Judas was about to betray Jesus, Jesus said, hurry up and do it. Hurry up and get me where I'm supposed to go. Make it snappy, nappy. But if you're afraid, now I'm like, lie to me. Hurry up and lie to me. Or you want to lie to me, betray me, treat me out, get me where I'm going. I want it that bad. You got to want it that bad that you have to say, I trust this journey. Thank God I'm focused because he's pushing me where I'm supposed to go. We know we should have left them women and we should have left that man. Why don't we? We think what they got is better than what's ahead. That's exactly why. He'll show you it ain't. And if you don't hear him when your mama tell you, or when your logic tell you, or when your friends tell you, or when your grandmother tell you, now he got to show you the hard way. Now you got to get the hammer. Now I got to put you in the hotel room. Now your baby got to chew on a cigarette. But you ready yet, Tiffany? That's what he said to me. You ready to do it my way? But so that's how.
Nah, that's an amazing story. That's why I was
edit that out. Kick me under the table.
I was speaking on it earlier, just the origin story, like to have something so big. I knew it came from some humble beginnings, and I'm sure it's a lot of people that can relate to that in some type of way.
For real, yeah. Everybody's been in a situation like that where they feel like they were at the lowest of the low.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, the ideas just manifest themselves like right around you. Like the small things, like we got to just use what we have. You use where you were at that particular time.
Yes.
And look at what you created with your own hands. Like the vision was so grandiose during the darkest times.
Yes.
And you like that's priceless. Like you have no idea how many little girls are going to be inspired by hearing that story, like by hearing that alone, like
and educated,
like seriously.
And because little girls have problems. Not all of us,
sure,
but we all have problems setting boundaries and setting, just fences around us. We want to share ourselves with people. We want to give ourselves. We want to show them that we're worthy or worth it. But I agree with, cutting somebody off at that first.
Yeah, that's my rule. First lie, I'm out. Because in every situation that hurt me, the first lie is really what ended it. If you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. If you got to lie and say, I went to school today, mama, but I didn't, that means you got to be willing, you're not willing to get a whooping. What are you going to do to get out of that whooping? You're going to lie some more. You're going to get somebody else to lie with you because you was doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. And to not get caught doing what you weren't supposed to be doing, you may have to do something else to get out of your situation. It's a ripple effect.
Snowball effect.
It's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And you mentioned boundaries. It's very important because imagine if a father is there to tell a girl, baby, when a man do this, you leave. Baby, have you ever seen your daddy lie to you, trick you, not take care of you? Then you don't let no man do that. But if you don't grow up with that, how do you know?
That's true.
That hole still has to be filled. So my new thing now is I say to myself, if a guy came to me and he didn't have a place to stay, let's say he was living with his mom or living with his friends, but I had my own place. If I said, Daddy, I met a guy, but he doesn't have anywhere to stay, so I think, he's going to move in with me so we can see what would my daddy say? No.
Right.
A man provides his own roof.
That's a fact.
But if you don't have no daddy there, guess what you're going to say? Well, everybody falls on hard times sometimes, so he can come stay with me, get on his feet. But what would your daddy say?
Yeah.
What was the dad? When he made Adam with a job first. Take care of this. He gave him a place to live, and he gave him a job. Take care of it. He gave him Eve fourth. That means you want a man that's fourth. You want to be fourth. Let him get his job. Let us get his money out the way. Get a place to stay. Follow Christ. And then you go, you join him. That's what a daddy would say. That's what the daddy says.
Yeah, that sounds like a strong strategy right there. I think any guys that's listening right now, you do want to follow that to the T, because, man, you think it's sweet moving in with a female and she like, yeah, you could just stay with me, it's no problem.
Man, that's the worst you can do right there.
You save your money, get yourself together.
Don't do it.
I'm sure it's worked for some people, but my experience with that, it didn't go so well. And that was part of I had an origin story before that, but then that put an extra battery in my back. Being in that situation, that turned me into like Voltron. Like I was just super locked in, getting that rug pulled up under, your feet. But yeah, guys out there, you want to have that roof. That roof is important. Yes. Like you said, you want to make the woman fourth. You want to be fourth. You don't want to be the number one.
Yes.
Because that's a lot of pressure.
Yes. Any woman that's asking to be your number one, don't do it. I want to be a man's number 4. I've never dated a man that had his own place. Either he lived with his parents, his home is in somebody else's name, or he had roommates who slept on the sofa.
Wow.
And the thing about it is, I've had my own place since I was 17 years old. Come on now. Come on. Because I was willing to pay the cost.
Yeah.
See, a woman who knows what she can do ain't trying to save no money on no rent. You know what? Get me off this podcast. Get me off before you lose your men. I don't want you to lose your men viewers.
Nah, yo.
But
no, we speaking life into people.
I agree with y'all wholeheartedly. Like seriously, like I feel as if the respect level is like shot down like 70% when you don't have your own spot. Like because for one, especially if you at the mercy of a woman, you living with her, so if she wants to, she can kick you out at any given time. You don't never want to have yourself in a situation where your fate is in someone else's hands like that. Especially as a man, like
as a woman.
That's yes, because remember I was put out.
If you don't want to, if you
this is true.
Way a man, a woman will put you out. a man will put you out.
But see, the thing is, I guess, as the viewpoint of a man, like, you're supposed to be a protector and a provider. So I feel as if you're supposed to have your own spot anyways, like, without question. Like, you shouldn't be living with someone else. Like, you put yourself in a very compromising situation for you to be minimized and disrespected because you're at the mercy of her. You see what I'm saying? A lot of women.
That's if you don't come together as a decision. I'm gonna sacrifice my space. You gonna sacrifice your space. Type deal. I feel like
it has.
It's better when you come.
Some type of compromise.
That's why I said it can work. It's not like it's just you go into that, and if you in a relationship and that's the strategy I came up with to grow, it can work, but you gotta be mindful of if you slip up a few times, you just gotta both have a strategy and stick to it, and communicate and all that. That's if you even go that route, but the best strategy is to just come in equally yoked.
Yeah. And,
that's only going to make you so much stronger. But I like that. I like how you put that, the fourth, I want to be a fourth. That's going to stick with me. You might hear me on the podcast.
I like the passion. I like the passion behind, like, her, everything that she says. Like, you can tell someone that really lives in that conviction in regards to how she feel. Like, you're helping us out tremendously. Trust. Like, don't feel like you running the people away because
people need to.
That passion is necessary.
I'm not knocking anyone who lives with their person. From my experience, that's what it has taught me. But there's a reason why God designed it for us not to live together and sleep together before you get married. Because you have two separate ideas. Only when you get married, you become one. Mm-hmm. So you got two people living together. For a woman, if you call her out of her name, the first thing she's going to say is, you live with me. And you want to call me the B word? Mm-hmm. You want to call me, you didn't do what I had to do to get this place. See, it took me living in my shop for 3 years and putting $30,000 on my home. So for you to come into my home with your children and call me the B word because you were triggered, now guess what? Now it's you go to another room. But no, a man doesn't want to do that. He'd rather take all his things and leave. See, you don't even have to put him out. A man knows he has a space. And if he doesn't have a space, he's supposed to want his own space. So it's just what a man has to do to have his own space. He has to do that for himself. Yeah. He really does. To know what it's like to have to provide for a family. Mm-hmm. See, I've known since I was 17. Really, since I was 14. I'm from the generation where I was working to pay the water bill and the light bill because mama didn't have it.
Right.
So you have someone like me who's known this since I was 14, but a lot of men have mothers and grandmothers that take care of their place, that cook their food, that if you get in the bind, here go $20 from grandmama wallet. Women, mama's not giving no woman no money. She taught you how to make money.
Post-traumatic slave.
Come on. Women, we on our own. At 17, I never went back home. I done slept in cars. I slept at my job. I slept anywhere where I could get to work just like that and no problem. I didn't go home. My mama did her job. But boys, they let them come move back in the base. You know what?
That does happen a lot. But I think that's more sort of the mama's boys more than anything. Like, cause I couldn't once I left the crib, I never pictured going back.
Yeah, you want your freedom.
Yeah, it's been on and popping ever since. So, but there's a lot of cats out there that are mooching off of mom dukes, mooching off of grandma, mooching off of auntie, mooching off of whomever. Like, that does happen tremendously, man. So
they may not see it. Women, we offer it. Oh, won't you come home and save some money? I know you're having a hard time, or get yourself together. No, a man finds his own way. I love my son, but I do a lot right now to prepare him. So you need to fly. Yeah. Now, if you're still in college and you fall, I will help you. But a man, I need you to be able to provide for a family. You don't even go back to your mama and you have children out here and a wife out here. You fly, you soar, you fall, and you get back up. Why would I not teach that to my son? Why would I not hold him to that?
Right.
He's going to be somebody's husband, somebody's father. I would be doing a disservice And for what I go through, for him to be great, for the people I have to deal with, for him to be great, the money I have to pay, the court fees, the mortgage, the soccer, the karate, you're going to be great. George Washington Carver great. Sorry,
you don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. So I see you got this book here. You're very passionate, and you got a lot of wisdom. So I can imagine that this is like gold right here, having a copy of this book. I appreciate you dropping off a copy. How did this come about?
What's the name of the book?
So it's a 60-day guide to winning, not weeping, not worrying, not wandering. That's all scratched out.
Scratch
if you
it
can
out.
see, it's a 60-day guide to winning. So how did this come about? And it's a dope cover too. You got the pink on there. You throw that hint of pink in there just to let people know. Yeah, but how did this come about?
Well, the book, The Switch, it happened because I tried to find what made me successful, because I kept failing at the same thing over and over. I kept failing at love. Business closed 4 times. I said, God, what do I need to do? So what I did was I took everything that I did for a man, the consistency, the endurance, the love, the money, all these things, and I did it for God. And I took everything that I did for my family, and I did it for my business. I just switched it, because family will love you one day and not call you for 2 years. A man or a woman will love you one day and still talking to her ex on the side. But a purpose, that's with you for the lifelong. So when I made that switch, that's when I saw my life start to change, and I wanted to let everybody know about it. And it's simple. It's just what you normally do, just switch it around. Women know how to love men. Men know how to provide. So if you provide for your business and you love God enough to let him touch your purpose, it's a win-win.
But that's dope. 60 days, like
60 days.
That's is it a money back guarantee if I get to the 60-day mark and I ain't made the switch?
You know, I like the 60 days because it gives you something every day. It's that rabbit again with that greyhound. It gives you something to every 60 days, a quick read, because they say African Americans don't like to read. So I didn't want to make it too long and make you lose interest. 60 days, and by that time, even like the old saying goes, if you reach for the stars, you'll at least hit a quasar on the way up. Even if you don't reach it, you'll at least be better than where you were.
Facts.
So sometimes I find myself, I've had to read my book 4 times because I found myself falling back. You just forward, and things make you stop doing forward. You have a bad breakup, you want to sulk a little bit. You want to lay in the dark a little bit. You want to say, why me a little bit? But you read that book, and the book says, why not you? He say, Tiffany, I told you, trust no man. And I'm not just talking a man, a figure.
Right.
Don't trust anybody. Trust that I got you. So I have to read it myself.
Nah, that's dope. So super winning in just 60 days.
Yes.
Have you had any testimonies from this book since because when did you put this out?
That came out 2 weeks before the pandemic hit.
Oh, wow.
I had a big launch scheduled, ordered all these books. I sold about 700 books, had 2,000 people scheduled to come to the big book signing. And then we were all shut down, non-essential. So I wrote it, I finished it December 2019. And then I launched it April 2020.
Okay.
And then everything got shut down. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to brag. I don't have to brag. It's a testimony. It worked for me. I'm not special. God's special. If I was special, everybody would treat me special. But I'm special to him. So the book, anybody can do this. If you focused.
True.
If you want it. When a man want a woman, he get her. When a woman want a man, she'll do whatever to try. Things that she thought she would never do. So if you want something, read it, get it. But I love reading. I like information. So you have to love that.
Right.
So that's what I like about podcasts. People like to listen. What you guys are doing, you're writing books every day. You know what? You don't even want me to tell you what you're doing. You're writing books every day. Every time somebody log into your podcast, they hearing a book. They getting something. You're reaching. You're
That's
reaching
true.
people I can't reach.
I never looked at it like that. You make a good point.
Yes, how many lives you changed just by logging in? See, you got to come find me. But you put yourself out there for everybody. That's a blessing. That's a book the book cast. You don't even want to rewrite it. Get me off this thing.
The book cast.
The book cast.
I like that. I like that.
No, I never thought of it that way though.
Come on.
Like, nah, that's a dope concept. Never looked at it like that.
You do it every day. It takes somebody who's looking from the outside in to tell you what you do. You think it's a microphone and a computer and everybody can reach it. No, you this is recorded. This is history.
Mm-hmm.
Your children will know about this. You're leaving a footprint. And
True.
that's to reach
Legacy.
Nah,
and it ain't even my business. That's because he's still my brother. I want him to make it. Whatever I got to do for him to make it. There's more people to say, let me tell you what God did.
Kept you focused.
Come on.
So,
Bars, you better come over here and
Don't kick her, Bars. Let her keep going. Let her go.
Tiffany
Let her
been
go.
asking Bars to kick her the whole episode.
Let
You know
her-
what?
Let
This
her go.
is a love podcast. We show love, no violence. Nobody's kicking it.
We just kicking it.
Yeah, we
there
just
you go.
kicking it. We just kicking it.
We doing around here, we kicking it.
So this stood out to me. This day 42, the big butt woman. Like, I love a big butt woman.
Yes, you like a big butt woman.
But not the butt that you're talking about in this book. This is a different type of big butt woman.
Yes.
Can you speak on that?
I have a chapter called The Big Butt Woman, which is the woman that has an excuse for every reason why she's not in her purpose. But I don't have the money. But my child's dad don't pay child support. But my mama put me out. But my car. That's a big butt. Nobody care about those butts.
Nobody.
Because guess what? God ain't going to say to your baby daddy, why didn't you pay her?
Mm-hmm.
He going to say, what did you do with what I gave you?
Mm.
Come on now. It's like your mama come home saying, but what did I tell you to do? You want to play your video game and I told you to walk. But what did I tell you to do? You have to be accountable for what you got.
Right,
and I
sure.
used what I've got. I didn't use no big butt. Nobody want a big butt. Wrong men want the big butt. He need to be looking at her hands. You know?
George.
Who? Come on. Oh, George.
Be a hand
See, you need to
George.
see when
I mean,
when you
that's
look at
not the
her hands-
only. That's not the
I
only
do like
thing
a
I
big butt.
I'm sure what they say. Don't trust a big butt and a smile.
Okay.
That's not the only thing I like about a
But
woman.
when you look at her hands, you know, when a guy took me on a date, he looked at my hands and he said, I didn't get my nails done because I have a business. I don't need something that requires me to spend $100 every month. So he said I had blisters on my fingers and I didn't notice, but my cuticles were very red and swollen. I said, because I'm tying balloons for parties. I'm always in cleaning chemicals, so I don't get my nails done. He said, man, you're a hard worker. I said, yes, imagine what I'm going to want you to do. Imagine when you tell me something can't be done and I already got it figured out in my mind. See, there's no and there's it can't be done. See, I want to submit to my man. I love submission, turns me on. It's biblical. It excites me. So if you say, no, it's not the time to start that, I would say, okay, baby. But if you say, that can't be done because you got to talk to the city. I live at the city hall.
Yeah.
I already, when I came to you, I already know how I wanted it done. I really just came just to share my thoughts. And I put it in the form of can I do this to respect you? But if you tell me something can't, mama already worked.
Done already.
I'm on part 2 already.
Seeing that, I think that's one of the cool things about dating in Atlanta. I mean, different people have different experiences, but from my experience, it's a lot of visionaries, a lot of people just out here grinding. So it's a lot easier to have those conversations. You know, I want to do this, so I'm going to do this. And, you know, most of the people in the Atlanta, you know, AKA the Wakanda, you know, that's what I call it because it's just a lot of people on the Black Panther movements. But yeah, I think it's easier to have those conversations where you don't hear those, you know, you can't, or, you know, it's just, have you experienced that or Are you, I don't know if this is getting too much in your business. You talked about your previous relationships, but have you experienced any dating or relationship action since your business has been thriving?
Sure. Well, it's really, you have to know the type of person you're dating. And I tend to, I don't know why, but I tend to attract guys that need a push, a motivational push. Like they may make good money, and but with all this money, we got to get you to own property. So when you're ready to start what you want, you can pull some money out of that home. They just needed a little push. So when they tell me something can't be done, in my mind, I remember a movie with Denzel Washington where he said, it's not in a man's vocabulary. Mm-hmm. So when a man tells me can't, and I already have it figured out, subconsciously I say, oh, I've got to show him the way. Which is not a place that a woman should be in if she's trying to be submissive to a man.
Right.
A man is supposed to guide me.
Right.
So when you say you can't, now it puts me in a position to show you how we can. And then once it all gets started, don't resent me for you not knowing the way. I tell every guy on the first date, I told my ex-husband on the first date, I said, you don't want this smoke. Because after I push out my purpose, we coming to get yours. And you're not going to like me. I just posted about it. You're not going to like me. You may love me, but you're not going to like me. And a man has to like his woman. When he come home, he has to still be attracted to her. And I may get us to a place, and we may do it together, but you're still going to feel it was my idea. Mm-hmm. So I know now that a man has to already be on his purpose, not trying, he's got to be there so that he's happy with himself, so that he has something of his own for a woman like me. Because I always know what I'm doing for the next 4 months. When your girlfriend say, hey, what you doing next week? You want to go to lunch? Okay, well, I'll call you and let you know. No, I already know what I'm doing next week, and I can do lunch with you. And I'll put it in I just know. Because when you're a business owner, you have to be ahead of everything else. Mm-hmm. Ahead of that pipe bursting. Ahead of that customer showing up late. Ahead of your staff not coming in. I got to be ahead of my man get flaky and want to leave. That hurts my feelings. See, it don't break me no more, but it hurts my feelings to know that how I am is too much for certain people. I just know my purpose. I can't control this. You see this?
Yeah, you locked in all the way. All the way. So I can understand why you would want somebody that's just as locked in. And I don't I don't know. It's a timing for everything.
Get us some tissue.
Yeah. Have you written the list, Tiff?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, the list.
What's
the list
of what I want?
Yes.
Oh yes. And I had the list before, but it was missing one thing on my list. I wanted a godly man, not just somebody who went to church. I want to know: do you have a relationship? Do you call on him when you're in trouble, or do you lean to your own thoughts and your own, history? I had my whole list. The one thing that on the list that he didn't have was he didn't have his own place. That was number 4 on my list. I wanted a man to value what I had to go through to get a roof. It gave me roots. I can't just walk away from my house because I'm upset with the mortgage payment.
Right.
I planted roots here. I can't just walk away from my son because he's being disobedient. I planted roots with him. So when I noticed how easy it was for a man to walk away, he didn't have a root. He didn't have his own place. So it's easy to bounce when you don't have a root somewhere. So I did break that because he made very good money. So I felt like I just need to show him what he needs to do with his money. No. And my relationship with the Lord is very open. I be like, God be saying, no, he got to have it already. Stop trying to help him. Because if you told a daddy this, a daddy would say he need to get his own place. I even asked him, I said, where you going to lay me down at? I want you to lay me down, but where you going to put me? What if I brought my work home and needed some Wi-Fi? Do we have Wi-Fi? And if you can't lay me down.
And if I can't work.
What you want me for?
Yeah,
what? This is, I don't want you to lose
deep.
your male clientele. But maybe we can,
we good. We good. You
Nah, they listening.
Nah, we
you wanna lay me
good.
down?
But that I'm glad Barb's brought that up. That whole list thing is something that I've personally seen as being effective. I was watching, I don't know how it popped up on the TV. It's just like you don't know how God is talking to you, and it's just like, they say God works in mysterious ways, and it's true because somehow this random video popped up on my TV, and it was what's the lady's name? She just it's Viola.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis,
okay.
Yeah, Viola Davis, and she was just talking about her marriage and how she got into this amazing relationship that she's in now. And she said it started off with this list, and she was like, God told her to make this list and don't hold back,
Yes.
Put everything on the list that you can imagine wanting in your partner. And, she said within a few weeks she found her partner. And I don't think I watched the rest of it. I probably paused it or turned it off because that just like really hit me.
Yes.
So I just like turned everything off and I put this list together because I was like, damn, I never tried that before. I've had some relationships and, it was maybe a few things that weren't exactly the way, I may have envisioned, whatever. Or I may have just learned over time, like, sure. Okay, I thought I wanted this and I think I want it this way. But I learned so much that I was able to put this list together. And it wasn't too long after, it was damn near in the same time frame that she was talking about in the video. Within like a week, I wound up meeting somebody with that everything I had on that list. And I that's why I was like, I'm glad Barge brought that up, because if anybody's looking for a relationship, I'm not saying this works for everybody. It worked for Viola Davis. It worked for me. So, I mean, you got to talk to God in certain ways, and I feel like that was a good way to communicate for me.
Me too. So the list.
Yeah.
Works for me too.
Yeah, and it's like you got to update that list, and you got to be real with that list, and yeah, it's crazy how it works like that. But they say when you write stuff down, like I know. Sure. Writing this book or just writing out goals, like you can manifest things. So like when I saw the video, I was like, it makes sense. I don't know why I never tried that. But you say you tried it, but
I still didn't do the 5. I did 4. You have to. The 5th one was your own place.
Oh yeah.
And I overrode that because I had my own place, and he made good money. There was no reason why he shouldn't have had his own place. So I thought, he just needs a good woman to, motivate, get it, like every I motivate women. I'm not trying to motivate my guy. My guy has to be ready because he has to be able to balance someone like me. Mm-hmm. Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. I know Tiffany. And I'm like this morning, noon, and night. So what kind of man is going to be able to accept someone who's already secure in who he is and what he can do? It's going to take that. And I love that interview she did. One thing that she said I love, she said that marriage starts on the hard day. Not at the beautiful wedding, not your first sweet date. Mm-hmm. It's when he want to walk out. It's when you want to choke him. That's the day the marriage starts. And it takes time. And as an entrepreneur, that's the disadvantage about being an entrepreneur. I see the bright side of everything. Everything can be worked on. Oh, my business didn't make numbers for 3 months, but the next 3 months gonna be bomb. Mm-hmm. If this marriage isn't working, it's okay. Let me give it some time. The next 3 months gonna be. I have to be able to differentiate the two. When someone tells you they don't want you, it's not motivate them, Tiffany. It's not talk them off the ledge. It's believe. So, and we have to, as women, we have to be accountable for that. We have to know when a guy says that he don't want you, he don't want you. Men know what they want. And they know another man will come and get you if they don't want you. And he needs to be afraid of that. And if he's not, that's not the person. So we have to be accountable for us, sticking with people when they tell us. You ever had a contractor that didn't want to take the job, but he took it anyway, and he do a half job? Mm-hmm. He didn't want the job in the first place. Stop trying to convince him with paying him a little extra. You know what? Come on, he bring it all back to you.
True.
When they don't want something, it is what it is.
True. So Man, it's been a lot of wisdom, a lot of dope wisdom put out in this episode. I've been enjoying this, and I just want people to know how to just invest into everything you got going on, or just check out the Pink Hotel. Get a copy of the book. How can they do that? What's your social media, website, or?
Sure. Yes, you can purchase the book in-house at the Pink Hotel, which is located in Atlanta, Georgia. The website is pinkhotelatl.com. We're also on Instagram as the Pink Hotel, Facebook. We're everywhere. You can purchase the book online as well. And it's just really, if you're looking to change what you've been doing, it's the book you need. It really is. I mean, it's got some biblical principles in there because that's what leads my life. But you don't even have to be a believer. You'll be one after you read it. Because there is no other way. If there was, I would have found it. I would have bought it. I would have bottled it and sold it. But here's the only way. So when you meet a woman and she's all happy and, I'm just enjoying life and I'm doing what makes you happy? And if she don't mention Christ, that's the only true happiness. If she says she loves her job, that means her job and her money. Those things can be touched and removed. If she say, I love my new house I got, that means where she lives, no. Happiness is an inside job. Christ does that. So when a man comes to me, what makes you happy? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I'm living my life. You know what I'm saying? If I don't hear Christ, that means what makes you happy is temporary. And when it changes, you're going to change on me.
Yeah, that relationship with God is important.
It's everything. It tells you who you are. You don't know who you are until he touch you. Until you're in that, what he said, that dark place. You don't know who you are.
No,
I like
real.
Minister Farrakhan. I love watching. It's motivational to me when he said a man don't know who he is until he has a woman, because she's gonna challenge you. She's gonna say, you think you something? Show me what them hands do. Did you say can't? But you thought you was something. That's her job, to pull that out of her man. But if you rebel against it, the Bible says a man that rebels against wisdom ain't wise. He's a fool. You should want to learn.
Right.
You should want to be better.
True. Man, this has been a dope episode. We're so honored to have you.
A lot of gems.
We know you out here on the grind, and you got appointments and just all type of moves to be made, but you took time out to pop up on us, and we really appreciate that.
It's an honor to be here, to be a part of your bookcast.
The bookcast.
That's what it is.
The bookcast.
It's just one author to another. And I take the time out because my purpose tells me where to go. I could be at a bar with cute shoes on and having 2 drinks. But my purpose is to help other people with their purpose. So I'm here to thank God I'm focused.
Nah, that's dope. We're honored, and once again, thank you for dropping off a copy of the book. Yes. That's love. But I think Bars, you already got a copy of this?
That is my
Oh.
You get your grubby hand.
Wait, this is your copy?
Off it, please.
Okay. I don't know if the guests that listen to us realize Bars, every time we get a gift, Bars be trying to jump in on the gifts.
That's a fact.
Jumping like
That's a fact.
I'll make sure to send a couple copies.
she want to get first dibs on all the gifts.
We can share it, but I gotta get it first. That's what she said. I
gotta
gotta get it first.
Bars did say that we're gonna make it work. We're gonna have it in rotation. But we just really need to get more copies. We need to go up to this Pink Hotel and buy up some more copies.
Yes.
Pink is not necessarily my color, but my girl, she loves pink.
Yes.
So women love pink, man.
Yes.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's really about her.
It is.
It really is. I went to a wonderful restaurant last night, and the server brought me an extra side dish. It was my first time, so he wanted me to try certain things. He brought me some little treats. He put dessert on him, some little mints. And I told the guy I went on a date with, I said, he did this for you. He made me happy for you. He wants you to have a good night with the woman that you brought to dinner. So that's what it's about.
Real.
You don't have to like pink, but because she does, it's time to get some salmon in the wardrobe. It's time, you know what I'm saying? It's about her. And when we don't want to talk about how men think they're the prize. No, you're a blessing. But the word says that the woman is the prize. And how do you get a prize? You work for her. You win her. It's a blessing that you win her. But don't get it twisted. Son, you made some noise on the podcast.
He had to make his presence be known.
Yes.
We got the young king in the building, making it happen in the background on the podcast.
Yes.
We've been getting an hour of jewels, man. An hour of jewels, an hour. Nah, he's done exceptionally well. Yeah.
My baby know when his mama working.
Yeah, he's been doing
He
exceptionally well. But yeah, you like the passion. The passion is there. We can tell that it comes from a real deep place in regards to just the motivation to motivate others.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we really appreciate you for coming and providing your testimony, providing your story, and providing inspiration and motivation to us to remain focused.
Yeah, it's not just inspiration for the guests, it's inspiration for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all know. Y'all do.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Can I just say that when I walked into the Pink Hotel for the first time, I had never seen anything like it. Like, I'm from the hood, the ghetto,
Me too.
okay, outside of Chicago, bitch. So our sleepovers weren't as extravagant. But I bet you when all of us went to sleep that night,
Yes.
that's what we dreamed of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what we dreamed of. So kudos, I will be back once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to the Pink Hotel.
Whoop, whoop.
So
we gotta pull up there now. Like, definitely gotta pull up to the Pink Hotel.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta pull up to the Pink Hotel now to see.
It's a man cave there.
Yes, we have a man cave in the basement.
Yeah, I gotta see.
Your
What's,
ass.
yeah, I gotta see.
Xboxes, everything.
Gotta see what's good there. I gotta see what's good.
All right, well, that's speaking my language. I'm not into the games as much as I used to, but I feel like I was thinking about that, just taking some time away to just, play a little NBA 2K real quick, and just chill. That sounds dope. So yeah, we coming towards the end of the podcast. Is there anything else that you want to put out there before we get out of here?
I want to say, for you all, keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, even on the tough days. Keep going. You can't fail when you keep going forward. And
That's real.
To the people, to the listeners, I know I'm passionate. I get excited, and but sometimes you gotta, like the words say, you gotta eat the meat and throw away the bone. Take what you can, throw away the stuff that don't apply to you. You don't have to agree with everything,
right?
But just take the lesson in it.
Absolutely.
And just take something from whatever you do. If you just sat here and listened for an hour, don't let your time be wasted. Take something.
Absolutely.
Take something. Like my man Denzel said,
I gotta take something.
I gotta leave with something.
I'm leaving out of here with something.
I gotta take something.
Yes.
With me.
If you're gonna go through the gutter to get what you want, take the good stuff with you.
Get something.
Something, bro.
Gotta get something. Gotta get something.
All right, so Tastro, if you don't mind, do us the honors of taking us up out of here.
Of course. So like I always tell you all, stay alert, stay alive, because at the end of the day, the life you could save could very well be your own. Stay alert, stay alive, stay alert, stay alive, stay alert, stay alive.
Where we appreciate everybody tuning in. This has been another dope episode of the Unfocused and Focused Podcast. Shout out to our guests, the Pink Hotel. We got Miss Tiffany here. Shout out to Bars working the camera. Shout out to the young king in the background holding it down. Yeah, and that's it. Thank God I'm focused. We'll see y'all next time. And y'all hear us and see us next time. All right.